Congratulations.
On November 1st, 2024, the Board of Directors of the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials elected Connecticut Department of Transportation Commissioner Garrett Eucalitto as its 2024-2025 president.
It was a big honor to have my colleagues from the other state DOTs show confidence in supporting me, to be able to represent them and, speak on their behalf at the national level.
For AASHTO's new president, the path to transportation leadership began over a century ago with his ancestors' arrival on American shores and their dreams of building a better future.
So my family came over to America in the early 1900s, and their experiences really has informed, I think, where my family history has been up until this point, and my career path too. They came over from Italy for the most part, and one of the first things they did here was start their own road building business and built some of the first paved roads in the state of Connecticut and in upstate New York.
Eucalitto earned a bachelor's degree from the College of the Holy Cross and a master's degree from Boston University. While his early studies set him on a path toward international relations, he ultimately found his passion in transportation, where he could make a lasting impact on the communities he served.
When I went to go work in Washington, D.C. on Capitol Hill, started working in the space of foreign policy, but when an opportunity came up to shift laterally over to work on infrastructure, appropriations, and environmental issues, I took the leap and said I'd try it out for a little while. And really, it really reinforced for me that that's what I wanted to work in.
Garrett Eucalitto, a seasoned transportation professional, became the Connecticut Department of Transportation Commissioner in January 2023. Nominated by Governor Ned Lamont and confirmed by the state legislature, he brought years of experience to the role. Having served as the agency's deputy commissioner for 3 years and as transportation program director at the National Governors Association, he has a unique perspective on how transportation strengthens communities.
The infrastructure space, the transportation space, the opportunity to actually work on something, see it get built, and see the benefit to my community that I grew up in was something that just reinforced why I was so passionate about my state and the community I grew up in and the field that I was now working in.
As AASHTO President, Garrett Eucalitto is committed to centering safety in every action taken by state DOTs. His leadership will focus on several key emphasis areas, using a comprehensive whole-of-AASHTO approach to tackle the safety crisis affecting roadways nationwide. These emphasis areas include safer communities, safer users, and safer workers.
So we need to take a more local approach to looking at the community. What does that community need to make it safer for everyone traveling through there? If it's an interstate, it's obviously going to have different treatments than if it's a rural community with just an arterial through there. It's going to be very different. And some communities need complete streets treatments, whereas our interstate needs, a different type of treatment to keep people safe. So what can we do to make it safer for people behind the wheel? Make sure that they're making the right choices, being able to use advanced technology to make safer roads, using sensors in our vehicles that are able to be connected to other vehicles and can communicate to our roadside infrastructure. So this is something I'm really passionate about, is the safety of our employees, those other employees who are working on our roadside or in the transportation system, such as railroads and the public transit space. Those are individuals working every single day to improve safety for people using our system or build our future infrastructure system. And we need to make sure that they are as protected as possible and as safe as possible.
During his presidential year, Eucalitto will also prioritize the reauthorization of a federal surface transportation bill to follow the IIJA. He'll encourage states to showcase transportation projects that are transforming communities and improving quality of life, demonstrating the critical need for ongoing investment.
We know at the state DOT level, we're doing great things with the infrastructure funding that has been provided to us, really historic levels of funding. So we need to be able to better share that story. And so being able to collect information from our colleagues across the country as to what we're doing with that, the jobs that are being created, the access to new employment, to healthcare, to education that's being produced as a result, and the impact on our supply chains, because we know that manufacturing and our nation's economy is dependent on a successful transportation system. And so we can tell that story about what we're using with the funding that we've been provided under this bill and prepare for the next reauthorization on the horizon.
As AASHTO President, Garrett Eucalitto is eager to embrace the challenges ahead, working tirelessly to implement his emphasis areas and strengthen the nation's transportation network.
It's something I never thought I'd have the opportunity to do, but I'm excited to take the reins and try and advance those issues that are really important to the state DOTs and the users of the nation's transportation system.
Commissioner Garrett Eucalitto, AASHTO's 2024-2025 President.